It's a home day, and I love home days. It's 8:30. I've been drinking coffee with Hector for like an hour and a half. I have the kitchen to, tidy up. I got dishes. I got bread to roll out, loaves to let rise. I'm pretty happy I have a bunch of leftover chicken pot pie from dinner, which we'll have for lunch, and we're going to someone's house for dinner tonight. So I don't have to cook all day except breakfast and bake this bread. I do not like to work in my robe. Long sleeves get in the way. I gotta put my hair up. I just need to go get dressed and ready for the day. And then I'll come back to the kitchen and get everything in here situated, roll out my bread, let it rise. I wanna let it double in size. And it's a rainy, overcast kind of day, so it's gonna be cozy and pleasant. Thought it'd be fun to take you along. So it's a typical school day for us. It's Thursday. We do 4-day school weeks as much as we're able to. Obviously, if we need to roll anything over to Friday, we do, but we really try to just do school Monday through Thursday and have Fridays off. We use those for airsoft war days, field trips, having friends over, or more long distance outings versus just a local friend's home. This week we went to a state park already on Tuesday, but we were able to do our school before we went, so we're not behind at all. But we are having a big bonfire here tomorrow night with tons of families, and I'm super excited about that. Today is overcast and a little drizzly, so it'll be a nice, peaceful home day. Although we have some friends coming in from about an hour and a half away, so we've got to get our schoolwork and chores done before they arrive around 1:30. So it's like 9 right now. Daylight savings time always helps me in the fall because it would be like 10 right now in our old time, and I would be doing the same thing I'm doing right now. So it's kind of nice to get a little hour extra in the morning to get a head start. I love our schedule. I have fought against our schedule for a long time, but I finally just had to give in. I feel like every family is different with their schedule. I am much more of a hit the ground running kind of person and relax in the evenings, but with Hector being a realtor, his schedule is very unpredictable. So sometimes he's home in the morning till 10 and I can't hit the ground running. I want to take the chance to enjoy him, let the kids enjoy him, and we're not going to start school till he's gone. We'd rather spend time together, and sometimes in the evenings he's gone late, and so we'll read some history that we didn't get done earlier that day. Again, every family is different, and I don't want to miss those opportunities. Although I do have a limit. I start to get stressed if it gets too late, or if we're starting, if we're going to bed too late, or if we're starting school too late. I do start to get stressed, and I don't like that feeling. I've fought against it my entire career as a homeschool mother, but it goes against who I am and how I am and how I function to not get on the ball. So I have my limit of how laid back I can be, and then I start to get anxious. So I feel fine if I'm getting things done. So this morning I've already relaxed with Hector, had coffee for like an hour, and I've getting going. Right now the kitchen is in not total disarray, but there's a bunch of clean dishes to put away. I don't like to cook when everything is messy, so I will definitely clean all this up first and then get cooking. So right now I'm gonna clean up the kitchen, get breakfast going, continue to let that bread rise, and we're gonna get right to school, which right now they're already doing their Bible journals, reading for the day, and their math. And then I'll come in and read history with them and do science with them and be available to help them with language arts. And then we'll call it a week. So here we go. As much as I'm celebrating that I don't have to be in the kitchen much today, just breakfast and baking that bread, I'm just thinking it's probably a really good day for me to make some granola, because we're just ran out the day before yesterday, and get my second ferment on our kombucha going. So I'm probably going to be smart and do that, even though I'm like creating kitchen time that I was free of today, but I don't want to miss the opportunity, because it's better to have a little kitchen time than all of that piled up and waiting for me tomorrow. So I will do some kitchen stuff today after all. Because of molting, we're getting 5-ish eggs a day right now. That'll stop and they'll continue laying in the next few weeks, but breakfast has been a little different these days because we're used to lots of eggs every morning. So we're having yogurt, fruit, and avocado toast for breakfast. And we're just going through the last little bit of sourdough. So I'm glad I'm baking these today, because that'll leave us with no gap of breadlessness. I've got like that much yogurt left, so maybe I'll get some yogurt going too. Hour and a half since I started this video. It's 11:05 right now, so I'm just waiting for the last 3 minutes for the granola so I could take it out and let it cool. My yogurt has fully heated, so I'm turned it off, and now it'll cool to 110 before I add the starter to it. I still have my Earl Grey with cream and honey going, My 2 loaves are still rising. I'm gonna let them rise 1 more hour, then bake them. And all my kombucha is bottled. And this is messy, so I'm gonna wipe all the bottles down, clean off the counter, and we're gonna go snuggle up and read some history. The boys have finished the assignments they were given while I was in the kitchen, and it is very normal for them to sit here while I'm doing stuff in the kitchen and ask for math help, language arts help, whatever else they need, spelling help, and I'll just work with them while I work. And then obviously if it's something that they really need my full attention for, I stop. But at this point in our schooling, they are pretty sufficient, and it's really opened up the time for me to simultaneously work with them. Of course, I've always tried for that, but I could feel the more and more freedom, for lack of a better word, that I have as they get older, obviously. But I never want to pull away completely. I love doing history with them. It's our favorite subject to enjoy together. I love always having something reading going with them. I don't like to ever just be completely uninvolved in whatever they're reading, because it's our favorite thing to do together is history and good books. So I'm almost done. I did get a new batch of kombucha going because I just bottled this kombucha. So now while this one ferments for the next 2 to 3 days, that one will be fermenting for a week or more. And then after we finish all these bottles, I'll do this same process again. It's a really easy, continuous cycle. And I haven't always done the second ferment. I used to just do the regular first cycle, and it was yummy and satisfying. Everybody loved it. Sometimes we would add a little elderberry syrup to it for different flavors, but this has been so fun and so much more fizzy that I've stuck with it. I started this year and I'm really glad I did. But of course, as the months get cooler, the fermenting process slows down. Same thing with my sourdough bread. I used to mix the dough in the evening, and by morning it's ready to bake. Now I mix my dough in the evening and I have to wait till mid-afternoon because it's needing a little extra time to rise. So it's fine, especially since I know I can plan for that, but it's definitely an adjustment. And that's pretty much it. I got my bottles. The bread will bake in about an hour. The yogurt will take like 3 hours to cool off naturally to 110 degrees. Then I can add my starter to it and then cover it up and let it incubate until tomorrow around this time. My granola is coming out of the oven in 10 seconds, and my kombucha tea for next ferment is off. It's done. It's just gonna steep now, and then tomorrow when it's fully cooled off, I will add it to my SCOBY. And as soon as I pop this granola out of the oven, I'm gonna go get our history, sit down in the living room, and read together. All right, it's noon. I'm gonna go fold the pile of clothes on my bed and exercise before my friend arrives with her kiddos around 1:30. My boys have 3 more things that they have to get done for school before friends arrive. It's been a very productive couple of hours. Thanks for joining me today. God bless you guys, and see you next time.